There are many across the country watching this interview tonight who are concerned about their votes counting because there's been a lot of talk about a deep state. Honorable Murathe, are you part of the deep state?
Am I part of what?
Deep state.
The deep state?
Yes.
What is the deep state? Even Donald Trump is talking about the deep state. Donald Trump is the president of the most powerful nation on earth. He's talking about the deep state which is conspiring to stop him from winning re-election in November. What is the deep state, my friend? If you're talking about the deep state, the deputy president should be part of the deep state. He attends the National Advisory Security Committee meetings. Okay. If there is any other level higher than that, I beg to be informed.
Vice Chair, let me read you a definition. This is a quick textbook definition of the deep state. It's an alleged secret network of especially non-elected government officials, sometimes private entities. They operate to influence and enact government policy. Non-elected government officials. Does that exist in Kenya?
That is the textbook version of what you're talking about. But my own understanding is that you cannot have a parallel system outside the formal system of government. You cannot have non-elected people who are outside government influencing government policy. That is why you have a cabinet where they go and deliberate government policy. And then they enact the laws through parliament, the three arms of government. And all these are innuendos, my friend. And it's because when people don't find things happening, they look for scapegoat and they look for excuses and they look for the people to blame for their inadequacies.
And yet we know that there have been many meetings or several meetings held at a Kajiado residence, I'm told also possibly at your residence as well, to discuss the future of the nation post-2022. That, for some, is part of the work of the deep state. Tell us about those meetings.
No. Everybody has meetings. People who share common interest. We meet in several places. I can give you several other places that people meet. People who share a common purpose, a common vision, and a common ideology. We meet in several places. People come together. And if people don't come together, and I'll tell you, we have our own, and by the way, my friend, we don't care. Some of us, the so-called president's men, when the president goes home, we go home with him, like Obama's men, Bush's men, Clinton's men. We are not interested in those seats, but we care who will come after this president. So we have to sit, discuss, and scheme. We don't know who will be president, but we are working very hard to know who will not become president.
So when you say you scheme, don't you can't blame those who believe that your actions are deep state-ish in behavior, then, don't you? Because you've spoken about even scheming.
My friend, we are not in government. We are not in government. By the way, I have no official capacity in government. The only public appointment, which is actually interim, is a vice chair of the ruling Jubilee coalition, the Jubilee party. And that was a nominated thing. Just like everybody else, the deputy president, all the other officials of Jubilee were on interim, including the Secretary General, including the Deputy Secretary General. And we are now working out systems of doing a proper party election, which will then have elected party officials. And I can assure you I will not even run for those positions because I have no interest.
Finally, when President Uhuru goes home, what is your plan?
When the president goes home, the president's men go home with the president. All right? We have things we do. We do businesses. We can also have space and we can have time to do other things. I told you earlier, I am doing coffee. I can help my people in the village with the good crop husbandry. I can venture into any business. Waihiga, when I was 30 years, I was the largest African computer company in this country. I was IBM business partner, not IBM dealer, IBM business partner. And I was Kenya Business Machines. That capacity is still there. I mean, not everything revolves around politics.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Even as we wrap up, one of the questions from our viewers is a statement that's been made quite a number of times: is Uhuru too young to retire? What do you make of that?
It's not about age. Obama retired already. It's about Kenyans. It's about, has he had enough time uninterrupted to finish his vision and mission and promise to Kenya? I know the president. The president wants to go home. I know he wants to be faithful to the presidential term limit. He wants to be not among the African presidents who hang on forever and ever, amen. But having said that, if we have a new political dispensation which creates other structural political arrangements, nothing should stop him from being part of the mix.